Hello and welcome to Fourth Partner Energy's debut LinkedIn Live. Thank you so much for joining in to all our social media followers. I am definitely going to introduce my very special guest. It's wrong for me to refer to Dr. Anjali as a guest at Fourth Partner Energy, if at all she's a co-host for this afternoon. But I'm going to give it about 2 minutes for all the eyeballs to trickle in. Meanwhile, I'll tell you what it is that we're trying to do with this LinkedIn Live. Now, for those of us who've joined this live, knowing what Fourth Partner Energy is and what we do, thank you so much. But for the others who are just networking on LinkedIn and happen to see this, well, let me take a quick minute to introduce Fourth Partner Energy to all of you. We are India's leading renewable energy services company, catering specifically to the corporate sector. We're also operational in South and Southeast Asia. Now, renewable energy is the need of the hour. Energy transition is not just a hot topic in these geographies, but it's pretty much something that the entire globe is working towards. And we're very happy to be champions of that change in a nutshell. Now, if you ask us why the corporate sector is who we cater to, well, we believe that all stakeholders have a very crucial role to play as far as decarbonization is concerned and preserving the planet for future generations, really, whether it's decision makers, policy makers, individuals, and more importantly, the corporate sector, be it industry or transport, which contributes the maximum to global emissions. Well, the responsibility to kind of leave back when it comes to these sectors, which is why we're very happy servicing corporate India, Bangladesh, Vietnam, Indonesia, and Sri Lanka. We're looking to add to these geographies as we speak. But without any further ado, let me talk about what this live is going to do. We are going to kind of put together for you why we are going to have exciting content coming up all through the year and why we're trying to make you our focal point to the entire communication for the year. And this brings me to invite Dr. Anjali, my very special co-host for this session. Anjali, thanks so much for joining in. And definitely, right, about 57,000 odd followers on LinkedIn is who we have at the moment. And nearly 20,000 of that is young career aspirants probably looking for their first job. So Anjali here heads our human resources, and who better to talk about life at Fourth Partner Energy and our work culture and all of it. Anjali, over to you.
Thank you, Nitya. It's such a pleasure to be here, and especially more exciting knowing that possibly we're reaching out to 20,000 youngsters here. Thank you for having me on this first edition of From Fourth Partner Energy. And as you're aware, we just got certified this year as a great place to work, Nitya. And I'd like to spend some time talking about that because I believe, a great workplace actually consists of a dream team in pursuit of ambitious common goals. And I have personally seen it happening over the last several years that I've been a part of at Fourth Partner. It also helps that our values that we as an organization believe in are sustainability, collaboration, customer centricity, and most importantly, innovation. I think that's helped us get where we are, and of course, take strides ahead also equally forcefully.
Well, like we said, right, it is definitely a great place to work. And, I've been here 4 years counting and can vouch for that. But for a lot of people who are looking to get into that entry point to Fourth Partner Energy, right? What's the hiring outlook for this year like, Anjali? Do we have exciting opportunities across what geographies?
Oh, yeah. So many such exciting opportunities coming up because we're getting into newer and newer domains as far as renewable energy itself is concerned. The team that put together the first design and the execution of the floating solar plant, for example, or our foray into the wind energy vertical as well, has brought on board people from very, very different domains. In fact, within my team in HR, we have a finance graduate who's joined us, another person who's a design engineer who's joined us, and that itself makes the rest of us and our journey and learning so much more rich over here. We're also looking at areas like business intelligence, data analytics, of course, and risk management, which are newer. ESG is another area which we've got into, as you're aware, about a year and a half back. So many exciting roles. We are not also limited to recruiting from a certain educational domain or background. We are open to hiring candidates from diverse educational backgrounds because we have a pretty robust learning program already in place at Fourth Partner. And I think anybody who's open to exploring renewable energy as a sector, which is extremely exciting, a sunshine sector at that, and wishes to work across domains, across geographies, I think will be really welcome here at Fourth Partner.
Absolutely, Anjali. And in fact, all of you, if there's any other reason to hit the follow button, then this definitely is the most lucrative one. Not just in India, Fourth Partner Energy is hiring across Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Vietnam. So rush in the CVs if you see a fitment. This page is going to keep having exciting job opportunities that we will be posting all through the year. So do have your eyes and ears open and looking out for that. But Anjali, if I can just take a minute to ask you to keep that Fourth Partner Energy hat aside and talk to us as an HR veteran, which you've been for a couple of years now. For all the young professionals and those making that career switch, right? Obviously, the requisite skill set, hard work, dedication, loyalty are some of the key components for a candidate, right? But what are some of the other skills that you look out for in probably any ideal interview?
Sure, great question, Nitya. And yes, while the to-dos will already be in place, I think very important to look at the attitude of the individual. And by that I mean not just from a positive mental attitude point of view, but that they reflect about the glass being half full rather than half empty. Another thing that really helps us to select the right candidates is the history of the candidate in terms of the work ethic. Okay, so it could be projects that the candidate has taken up in college or otherwise in their community. But when a candidate describes very clearly what they have done and what made them stand out as far as that project is concerned, that helps us to take a decision and have a positive view of that particular candidate. Very, very important is being open and willing to learn, and of course, intelligence and aptitude.
Well, those are some great tips coming in our way from Anjali, of course. And like I said, it's not just about career opportunities that we're going to talk about all through the year on our page, but you can get a glimpse of what really life at Fourth Partner Energy is like. How we celebrate birthdays, what we do on festivals, off-site retreats. There are glimpses of everything on there. What we do to celebrate Women's Day, International Men's Day, Biodiversity Day. There is so much that we come together and enjoy at Fourth Partner Energy, and whether it's how we conduct the induction for new employees, all this and more. This is that platform, a window of sorts into life at Fourth Partner. So keep coming back to this page to kind of understand what we have to offer. Now, if we remove that career lens for just a little while and talk about for all the young professionals out there and decision makers who are interested in energy transition or who feel responsible to take their company towards more sustainable net zero goals. Well, we have project posts that come up, anything to do with industry relevant statistics. What is the kind of price point companies have to consider, or savings and revenue margins that they can consider when they switch to, say, any of the clean energy sources, whether it's solar, whether it's wind, whether it's hybrid, battery storage. What are the technologies of the future that companies should be talking about? Or what are the kind of green financing trends to look out for? When we talk about Fourth Partner Energy, our execution expertise when it comes to projects, innovation design, like Anjali referred to a little while earlier, what is it that we will do to hold your hand through the operation and maintenance of the asset? How are we going to bring the best of lenders to ensure that you're in the best of hands and we give you the lowest cost of ownership for your asset? Indeed, all this and more will be stuff that we showcase on through and through. But more importantly, right, the entire team at Fourth Partner Energy believes that we are not the ambassadors, and you should actually hear from our clients who've worked with us over the last 12 to 13 years. So watch this space for exciting client testimonials, videos, snippets of our clients talking about the sheer benefit of energy transition and switching to cleaner sources, how it's better not just for the bottom line of the business, but how it actually makes a difference to the environment and the planet as a whole, right? So no better brand ambassadors from Fourth Partner Energy rather than our clients. So we will be bringing a whole host of engagement activities featuring our clients all through the year as well. Now, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, and we totally buy that theory here at Fourth Partner. So we're going to have a whole host of engaging activities or engagement activities that have been lined up for you, and cool brand merchandise that my team has put together so that you can go ahead, participate in our contests, in our polls, and win all of this. So some photo contests coming up your way over the next couple of months. The sun and wind is the hero. And even more importantly, we actually want to spread the message of simple sustainability and awareness right from the very young age. So all those followers right now, or the eyeballs who are on us, and you have younger kids back home, well, we have a contest that's coming up to increase sustainability awareness around this for youngsters in a couple of months. All you'll have to do is rush in your photographs showcasing their simple sustainable acts, and you get a chance to win cool Fourth Partner Energy brand merchandise. So that's some of the fun stuff that we have lined up for you. But again, content is king, and there is a lot more coming up for you this year. Thought leadership, meaningful dialogue, and insight into corporate best practices. That is something that's going to take center stage here. A lot of video, audio conversations from industry stalwarts. And one such topic that we're going to be talking about on and off on this platform, of course, is gender equality and inclusivity and diversity at the workplace. And off again to you, Anjali, why is that such a crucial topic for discussion in today's day and age?
Oh, again, a very powerful question, Nitya, and thank you for that. The emphasis, I believe, on gender diversity signals, to the employees and to the outsiders for sure, that the organization values a culture of inclusion, and this naturally, there's enough and more research showing that more diverse your organization is, the better returns you get. Number one. Number two, it boosts the morale of everybody around you as well, not just, your internal employees, but it has an effect on clients you're dealing with, on vendors that you're dealing with, etc. So we at Fourth Partner are definitely, emphasizing and focusing on increasing diversity within the organization, and we're not restricting it just to gender diversity as well, Nitya, as you're aware. We're looking at diversity, from all perspectives, whether it is geographical, whether it is gender, whether it is age related, etc. So just today we were looking at the diversity in terms of age, and we have 5 generations that are working with us at Fourth Partner as we speak. All right. So that in itself gives a lot of different flavors, to discussions that we have within the organization, and enriches those discussions so much more.
100%, Anjali, and that's something that we take great pride in here at the Fourth Partner Energy workrooms, right? The fact that there are so many different inputs coming in, and each one is given the due weightage and significance and importance that it deserves. Well, we spend nearly 40 to 50 hours every week with each other at work, right? So, call it cliche, but in a certain sense, everybody's professional workplace becomes a family of sorts, which is why we do not have Monday blues here at Fourth Partner Energy, right? We strive to ensure that every day you want to come to work is something that you look forward to, and not really look at, oh my God, I'm back here again. But that circles back to the next topic that we'll be constantly talking about, which is employee morale and mental wellness, right? You're going to be bringing us very special guests through the year on these topics. But again, do you believe that it becomes some sort of an responsibility of the employer, in a sense, to ensure that there is good morale and a good boost of positive energy at the workplace?
Oh, yes. And a very important topic again, Nitya. I'm sure you've read the recent report, which is doing the rounds, where it says that 42% of the world's population today is actually on the brink of depression, or already suffering from stress and depression. And this is something that we're paying very close attention to within Fourth Partner. So I, from the HR team's point of view, and my team members, reach out to especially supervisors and managers on a constant basis, and encourage employees to reach out back to us as well. And we have dialogues with teams on an ongoing basis. We're doing sessions on mental well-being. We're doing sessions on bias. We're doing sessions on just getting to know who you are as a person constantly. We're calling in experts, not just from a health perspective, and not just for women folk, for both men and women at the workplace, which includes just your postures, just your thought processes. How do you take care of how are you paying attention to your body signals, etc. and we definitely plan to ensure that this is ongoing. We've got a fantastic response from our employees as far as these sessions are concerned. There's been very interestingly then asking me, can you get who could I feel good? Right? So yeah, so very interesting demands around that, my nutrition, my skincare, etc. So a big focus on this area is already there and will be ongoing through the year, and more to come our way within Fourth Partner.
Well, that was amazing insight. But remember, guys, this is just Anjali skimming the surface on very extremely crucial topics that we will be bringing back to you through the year with not just experts in-house, but industry experts as well. And apart from this, of course, top voices on entrepreneurship, climate action. Like I said, very close to Fourth Partner Energy. It's our core business. When it comes to leadership skills at the workplace, how do you upskill in today's day and age? Business finance, green financing trends. These are some of the conversations which will be spearheaded by our very eloquent, accomplished, and entertaining co-founder Vivek Subramanian, and of course Seth Barariwala, who will be joining us for a couple of these dialogues as well. So if you've joined us on this LinkedIn Live, I hope over the last 10 minutes, we've convinced you on why you are top priority for us as the marketing team looks to bring quality content to each one of you. We want to grow this 57,000 and counting community. So hit that follow page if you don't already follow us, or please shoot in your ideas on what content can really drive you and help you engage with us better. How can we make this platform a lot more lucrative for you is what we want to find out and what we are hoping to do in the year ahead. And hopefully this will continue to be your window of insight into Fourth Partner Energy, into all things energy transition, into all things net zero. And of course, a very important year for India, the G20 year. We are the host nation. So it will be an exciting series of conversations that will be held across this platform and all other social media platforms. Thank you so much for tuning into this LinkedIn Live. And please stay with us and share this page with all your friends, family, and come back and help us grow this community and service you better. From the entire team that put this live together, thanks for watching.
Thank you. Take care.